Hey friends, I hope everyone is having a great day today. Jersey is already snoring in the background, so hopefully if you have AirPods or earphones in, that doesn't bother you too heavily. She, for such a small little dog, has quite a snore. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Yeah, she's quite comfy. She had some company this morning, and so she's all tired out. She's wiped, and now she's asleep. What I have going on here is my weekly to 10 days. I can't remember exactly when I last filmed one. I think it's been a little over a week, so I'm guessing closer to 10 days. But I always put dates in my title, so that'll be below. But this is my wax empties. So my candles, a few non-wax items. I never have many. My vendor wax, my SCENTSY, my retail wax. I've got a little bit of everything here. If you're interested to see what I've been getting into, stay tuned. First thing I'll start with is I got through a bag of my super jumbo up and up cotton balls. I love these things, but I will say, guys, those of you who buy these, are they getting smaller? I mean, when I was first buying these, and it hasn't been that long that Target has had these, they were so big. Like, I only had to use one to clean out my wax dish. Now I'm feeling like they're getting more towards the size of a regular size cotton ball, which we all know the store is called jumbo. These say super jumbo. I feel like they're getting smaller. I'm about due to purchase some more, so I'm going to pay close attention because I kind of just store them all in one place in a pile. So I don't know if I've been grabbing older or newer bags, but I do know that a couple of bags I've used recently, the cotton balls seem smaller. And I'm thinking, you know what? I feel like this product hasn't even been available that long for them to be cutting corners already. But I don't know about you. I am so sick of the corner cutting. I'm so sick of it. Like, it's one thing you charge us more. Okay, whatever. Inflation, price rises over the years, CPI, all that good stuff. I get it. Don't cut the product. Don't cut the product. It's such double dipping. And as you can see, I'm feeling a little passionate about it. It's pissing me off, honestly. Moving on. I also finished up a soap from Bath & Body Works in the scent The Perfect Christmas. This is the first time I've seen this scent available. And I so wanted to stock up because I'm so scared we won't see it again. But I let myself get 2 bottles, so I'll have another one for next year. And that's where I halted it. Normally, I would pick up like 6 bottles of something that I love. I'm praying it comes back. There was some left over at the end of the season. So I hope that doesn't mean it didn't sell well. But I can't imagine it didn't because I feel like this is a pretty popular scent. If they stop bringing this scent back in the candle, I will, like, boycott. I probably won't, but I will be so upset. So this has notes of fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, and toasted marshmallow. It's such a good scent, you guys. I love this in the candle. If you've been with me for some time, you know that this is my number 1, numero uno, favorite scent ever from Bath & Body Works. And probably pretty much my favorite scent ever. So when I saw this come out in hand soap, I was like, yes, sign me up. I need that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It just smells just like the room spray, just like the candle. I absolutely love this. That's The Perfect Christmas. And then the last miscellaneous item I have here that is not wax related, although it's, of course, scent related. This is SCENTSY pods in the scent Candy Cane Buttercream. And there's 2 of them in there. They're finished up. Yeah, these are very light, just very much like the waxes. If you warm the wax, I watched a video the other day and the person was talking about they warmed the wax in their living room area and it did well. And I was like, what? I can't even get the Candy Cane Buttercream to perform very well in my bathroom. I love the scent. I love the scent. It's so good. It's like 75% buttercream, vanilla bean buttercream, and 25% peppermint. It's so good. But it's just so light. And I automatically assumed when they brought it back, I was going to throw it back because I had it in my club. I was going to throw that bar back in my club when it came time. Do I have that bar in my empties this week? No, maybe I've already talked about it earlier. Yeah, I don't have it in my empties. Oh, that's a retail wax over there. I thought I did. I must have talked about it in a recent video. Yeah, so when it comes to the bar, I was automatically assuming I'm going to put it in my club. And now I'm highly debating it because I love the scent so much, but you practically have to be on top of it to smell it. So I don't know if I'm going to club it, but the pods did okay for me for a few days. I used them in my office, so like a small room. I had it going in one of those tabletop fan diffusers. Yeah, I still get a little bit of smell from this. And like I said, it did good for a few days and then it quickly lost its scent. And I usually get much better experience with the pods. They usually last me at least a couple of weeks, if not more. A lot of times I can get 3, sometimes 4 weeks out of them. So I think I have more of this in my collection, maybe 1 or 2 more. So you'll see it in my empties again, but it just makes me so sad because I love, love, love this scent. Alrighty guys, as usual, I filmed my candle footage earlier, so I will be inserting that here. But first, before I do, I did finish up 2 more candles since that filming, so I'll go ahead and talk about those. So I have one here from Homeworks. This is in the scent Sweater Weather. The label is very pretty, but I am not a huge fan of these white band labels. They kind of work in my snowflake pedestal because it kind of covers that white band, so then it doesn't matter. But most of Harry's pedestals don't come up that high, so you do see the white band. It's just not my favorite. I do think he's moved away from it because I'm not seeing recent releases with the white band. So that's fine with me. So the scent notes on Sweater Weather are cool winter air, eucalyptus, fallen fir needle, and vanilla bean. That's pretty much what you get. You really get that cool, fresh air component. I do get eucalyptus. I'm not a huge fan of eucalyptus, but in this scent, it's just lending a hand to that fresh air component. It's not in your face, mentholy eucalyptus. I quite enjoyed it in here. I don't really detect much vanilla. I mainly get what's like a cool air, fresh tree type of scent. I enjoyed this. The throw was not overly grand on this. I had it in my kitchen for most of its lifetime in a large hurricane that I have in my kitchen. I would say the throw on it was about 5.5, 6. It was not very strong. It was poured in fall of 2022, so that's interesting. Usually I get better performance from my older candles, but yeah, it was nice. I could smell it in the air, but I had other things going on with it too because it just couldn't hold its own in my kitchen. It did burn a bit dirty. Yeah, that wax is a bit mucky, but it did not affect the scent. And I usually don't have that problem with Homeworks. I mean, the candle has to get really, really, really putrid for that to happen. It just doesn't seem to happen with Homeworks. The scent is not affected, but yeah, that wax is quite dirty. But the wicks are fine. No problem with the wicks. And yeah, I was pretty happy with it. Burned all the way down. Not a lot of sooting, just some, enough to get that wax a little dirty. But yeah, that's Sweater Weather. I have one more in my collection, and I'll plan to get to that next year. And then the other candle I finished up was Kringle Candles Country Candle line. This is Cherry Crumble. If you guys have not already heard, Kringle Candle is going to be discontinuing the country line. So the country candle jars, this style jars, it's like your OG Yankee style, they are going to be discontinued in 2025. Unsure of the timing. I haven't heard of when the timing is going to be. And I believe Kringle announced in their Facebook group that there will be some spring releases in the country jars. So not yet, but it's coming. They have been holding sales off and on as they try to destash their line that they, you know, the leftovers that they have in their line. So if you are interested in stocking up on any of these, the medium or the larger jars, check out the site because I doubt any scents that are currently available, once they sell out, I doubt, highly doubt they'll be repoured because it just wouldn't make sense. But who knows? I've been wrong before. So Cherry Crumble, I'm guessing the scent notes are not on the bottom. It's not. Let me pull my iPad. Got dog hair on my iPad. My daughter stopped over earlier and brought the dogs a bunch of treats that she picked up. She gets really excited when she finds treats that don't have chicken in them because my little Domino apparently has a chicken allergy. And whenever she finds something, she picks it up. And she's been finding these awesome treats from, I believe it's called Three Dog Bakery. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, they're amazing. They don't have any chicken in them. They have nice ingredients in them, and my dogs love them. And right now we have a ton because she went a little crazy. Good old Amazon. I think she was going to place the order with Chewy, but then ended up going with Amazon. All right, let's see. Okay, guys, so the notes on Cherry Crumble are raspberry jam, vanilla glaze, confectioner's sugar, wild berry, flaky pastry, and melted butter. That is so interesting that it's raspberry jam. Because I was getting cherry from this, yet there's not one note of cherry. What? Raspberry jam, vanilla glaze, confectioner's sugar, wild berry, flaky pastry, and melted butter. That's crazy. It smells like cherry to me. I guess I could sort of see, now that I know it has raspberry jam, I guess I could sort of see that. Although it could be wild berry that I'm picking up too. I can sort of see that. But what I got from this, guys, is this dessert. This cherry cobbler type dessert. That's what I got from this. I get mostly cherry and then a little bit of like that crumb pastry topping. That's what I got from this. I love this scent. I have multiples in my collection because I fell in love with it the first time I burned it. It's so good. It's one of the best cherry scents I have smelled. So again, interesting that it doesn't have cherry in it, but it's so sweet and so juicy and just a good cherry bakery. The throw on this, not overly strong. I find that the country candles, a lot of them are not super strong. Some are. I do have some true and tried in my collection that throw like nobody's tomorrow, but this one is more like a medium. Sometimes it would teeter between a light to a medium, but we'll give it a medium. Most of the time when I walked into the room, I definitely could smell it. It would linger in the air. It was more like a light cherry bakery smell in the air. I love it. Kringle does make wax melts that you tend to match their candles, and so I picked up the wax melts too. So often I would melt those at the same time and give the candle a little bit more oomph, and it totally worked. So good. I would say if I had to give the throw a number, I would say, let's go to 6. I would say the throw was a 6. The burn, perfection as usual. No sooting, very clean. It did form some big, huge mushrooms at the top of the wicks, but every time before I would burn, I would just snip it a little. This is their 100% soy formula. So I don't even know if this version existed in the paraffin. It may not have. I don't particularly remember. But you can see the soy does leave residue in the jar, but there is no black sooting on that jar. And that's what I love about Kringle. So that's Cherry Crumble. And now that we've finished up talking about those two, I will insert that candle footage from earlier this week, and then I'll see you after. Okay, guys, so let's talk candles. So I'll start with Bath & Body Works first. I burned through 2 single wicks of the scent Holiday, which I've talked about recently in the video. I actually have probably another burn or 2 in these, but like I usually do, if I'm close to being done, I'll go ahead and talk about them. And that way, when I finish them up, I can go ahead and clean them out and recycle. And I don't have to hold them until the next video. So these are the 2 versions I burned through. There's that one. There's that one. These are probably from different years. I know this one's from 2021. And it looks like this one might be from 2000. So the scent notes are not on these earlier versions of these candles, but I wrote them down. So Holiday is red cinnamon stick, clove buds, and nutmeg. And that's basically exactly what you get. It's a spicy scent through and through, no doubt about it. It's definitely like your red hot cinnamon. You get the clove, you get the nutmeg. It's all spices. And I like to burn this candle in tandem with other candles. So if I want to add a little bit extra spice, I'll do that. If I've got something orange going or something apple going and I want to add a little bit of spice, I'll burn the holiday candle. I won't go too much into throw because single wicks don't throw very well, not in my open space. But when I do burn them in my open space, I tend to either burn them with another single wick, another matching single wick if possible, or a 3-wick. And that way it gives it a little bit more oomph. Or I have pretty good luck if I put them under my candle lamp, they do fairly well. But I have burned these. As far as performance, I do struggle with the single wicks sometimes, but these have burned down pretty well. The wick is a little off center, which is a common problem I have with single wicks in this white jar version. As you can see, I kind of pushed it over a little, and as long as it stays pushed over like that, it burns fine. It did get a little sooty in some of its later burns, and that may or may not have been my fault. I don't always keep a close eye on how long I burn the single wicks, mainly because often it takes quite a long time for them to fully pull, especially on the first couple of burns. But yeah, that one got a little sooty. This one's doing just fine. Pretty happy, pretty pleased with how that one's doing. And so yeah, I'll finish these up and I'll toss them out. Also from Bath & Body Works, I finished up Winter. Very popular scent from Bath & Body Works. It usually is released in several labels during the season. This is White Woods, Pine Needle, Sparkling Clementine, and Spice Clove. This is just a favorite quintessential winter holiday scent. You really get that clementine note. It's I don't know that I would go as far as saying it's sparkling, but it's a very sweet, juicy orange that really lightens up the spices that are going on in here. It's a pretty decently strong candle. I would say the throw on this is easily a 7.5 upward to an 8. The performance did pretty well. For the most part, it burned quite clean. When I got to the low end of this candle, the wick started to move on me a little. So they did not start out that uneven. But yeah, one got a little close to the end of the jar. So I moved it over. I let it burn some more. I kept a close eye on it. And then once I got to that far down, I finished. I decided I should finish it. I did struggle with the wicks on this one. This one definitely had Putin wick syndrome. Over and over, it gave me problems. Over and over, I had to remove some wax. I tried to remove as little as I could each time. They would correct. And then later on in the burn, they would do it again. So I did have to remove wax quite a few times. It was quite a bit of a maintenance issue. But I love this scent and I'll continue to purchase it. In fact, I have another one going that I have under the lamp because that one had white wax and it started to get dirty at that halfway point. So that one I'm finishing under the lamp. And because it's under the lamp, it's lasting a lot longer than if you burn it. So you'll see that one in an upcoming video. And also from Bath & Body Works, I finished up Cinnamon Caramel Swirl. I absolutely love the label on this version. This one was released in 2023. So this is Gooey Caramel, Grated Cinnamon, Vanilla Bean, Maple Brown Sugar. Yeah, this is a very sweet caramel candle. So if you're not into, although I'm not always into those either. Sometimes caramel can be a little too much. And I do enjoy this one. So I think that vanilla note and that slight bit of cinnamon that I detect in here, I don't get a lot of cinnamon, but the slight bit that I do pick up really tones down that caramel, especially because you're teaming up that caramel note with that maple brown sugar note, which can be very problematic for my nose. I don't always love maple. I don't always love brown sugar, but I do enjoy this candle. But I really do think those extra notes keep this from becoming too aggressive of a caramel candle, keeps it from becoming too cloying, at least to my nose. But if you are particularly sensitive to overly sweet candles, you may not enjoy this. But it is often available on the single wick, so you could always try the single wick and test it out. I did have some problems with performance. As you can see, the wicks are extra long. I had to finish its life out under my lamp. This one it burned just fine. I didn't have any problems until the usual halfway point. Once I got there, it went very dirty, very grody. The wick started to thread into the wax. The wax got nasty. It started to change the scent. Luckily, I caught it early enough that I could remove the dirty wax and finish out its life under the candle lamp, and I enjoyed it that way. I would say the throw in this while I was burning it was about a 6, and that's probably another reason why it wasn't overly cloying as far as a caramel scent, because the throw was lighter than some caramel scents can be, and I think that added to the fact that it was not overly sweet for me. So in this case, I will take a throw of a 6 because, you know, it worked. But that is Cinnamon Caramel Swirl. Moving on to Homeworks. I finished up Christmas Morning. You guys know I like to show the labels on Homeworks because they're just so stinking gorgeous. This candle was amazing looking lit up. So the notes on Christmas Morning are rich apple butter, cinnamon sugar, warm apple brandy, and buttered vanilla. So this particular candle, I mainly get those buttery notes. So I get that apple butter, and I get that buttery vanilla. I know it says warm apple brandy. I don't really pick up a boozy note. I didn't pick it up while burning. If it was there, it was ever so slight. And the cinnamon sugar note, I don't remember detecting a lot of cinnamon sugar either. It does have a sweetness about it, so maybe it's lending to that. But I mainly get like those buttery apple scent notes and that vanilla. Unfortunately, this one was very, very light in the scent throw department. I burned this out its life in a hurricane, and I could only get a 4.5, possibly a 5 at times on this. So yeah, not the greatest in scent throw. The burn itself was very clean. Waxes quite clean, performed well. I didn't have an issue with puny wicks or anything like that, but the throw was kind of dismal. Very pretty scent, very lovely, warm apple, buttery apple scent, but throw, not great. I think I might have one more of those in my collection. Let me see when this was poured. This is fall of 2023, and I feel like that's when problems really started to happen with scent throw. So that kind of fits in with that theory, although it's not been the case with all of my candles, but a number. And then sticking with Homeworks, I actually have another burn on this one, possibly 2. But again, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it, so when I finish up, I can let it go. This is Joy. And this label, oh my gosh, stunning. I had to get this. I almost didn't even care what the scent notes were, because, you know, cardinals remind us of loved ones that we miss, that are gone. And this, of course, reminds me of my grandmother. And not only that, but my grandmother really loved birds. She was an avid bird watcher. She taught me a lot of things about birds. She had her little bird book where she taught herself stuff. She always had a bird as a pet. She always watched the birds outside, and she would call it the red bird. The cardinal was one of her favorites, and she always really got a thrill out of seeing this bird. So this bird extra reminds me of my grandmother. So the scent notes on Joy are fir needles, holly berries, blackberries, and balsam. And for some reason, I think this might match, like maybe a repackage of a scent, but I'm not 100%. I'd have to look that up to know for certain. But I have a feeling it may be a repackage, but don't quote me on that. What I get from this is mainly a tree. It's an outdoorsy, fresh tree, but it's not astringent. So sometimes I feel like an outdoor tree, because I tend to like a warm tree more. Sometimes I feel like an outdoor tree can easily go astringent, but Harry does tree so well. Harry Slacken, he does tree so well. And this is just a great tree scent. And then you get the fruitiness coming from the blackberry and the holly berries. So it's definitely like your fruity tree. If you don't overly love tree, you may still be okay with this because of the fruit notes. It's a very pleasant outdoorsy tree scent. I especially like those fruity notes added in. Again, the throw was quite light. I would say this was a 5. Lived its life in a hurricane, as most of my Homeworks do. I just love burning them in a hurricane, but a lot of them really need to be in a hurricane. This was poured. Yeah, I don't know what that number on here means. This may be 2024. It's a number that looks different than that last candle. And I did pick this up this year. Well, 2024. So I think it's a 2024 pour. Like I said, a 5 in a hurricane. Maybe could stretch it up to a 5.5 at times. But I had this one sitting pretty close to me where I could see it. I would say maybe 10 feet away. Maybe not even that. And it was pretty light. Performance, beautiful. I mean, the white wax, super, super clean burn. No problem with the wicks. No puny wicks. No losing a wick. None of that going on. Yeah, the performance was amazing. Just the throw needs work. But that is joy. I do have a second in my collection because I did pick this up from QVC. And like most of Homeworks candles that are sold on QVC, it did come in a package of 2. But I will not burn the second one until next year. And then lastly, we have a candle from Kringle. This is Vintage Pomander. And this is in the Reserve line. Love, love, love that label. If you guys are familiar with Mr. Kong's mom here on YouTube, Melanie, this is her collab with Kringle candle. I wrote down the scent notes because it's not on the bottom of this particular jar. Scent notes are orange zest, lemon, clove leaf, cinnamon bark, sheer musk, vanilla, and cedarwood. Lots of scent notes going on there, but this is mainly, to me, a very nice orange pomander scent, which is a favorite of Melanie's, so that is why she chose to do this as a collab. It's a favorite and it has meaning to her as well. If you watch her channel, you know what I'm talking about. I love the fact that this orange pomander focuses more on the orange than the clove. I don't tend to love pomander scents that are more heavy on the clove than the orange. I really like the brightness of the juicy sweet orange in here. And then you get a little bit of that clove, a little bit of that cinnamon. So there is this warm, spicy note there. But don't get it wrong. The star is definitely that sweet, juicy orange. I don't really pick up a lot of those other scent notes. Maybe a tad bit of cedarwood. But when I was burning this, I mainly just got that sweet, juicy, bright orange with a little bit of that clove and cinnamon. This is a favorite candle. I really do love this. I would say the throw on this was about a 6.5. I wish it was just a tad bit stronger because I love the scent so much. I would really appreciate that it be just a tad bit stronger. So maybe Kringle will work on that and make it just a tad bit stronger. I think Melanie was pretty happy with where the scent throw was in her house personally. But in my house, I feel like I could just have it just a tad bit stronger. But maybe that's also because I just really, really love orange scents. And I just find myself wanting more. But the scent profile itself, oh my gosh, it's perfection. It's absolutely perfection. I love, love, love this candle. Performance-wise, as Kringles usually do, absolutely beautifully clean burn. When I got to the very bottom, it did get a little murky, which is not usually the case with Kringle. But it didn't happen until I got to the last 1 or 2 burns. So, didn't change the scent. It's still a beautiful orange pomander scent. I was about to say clomander. Didn't change it a bit. And yeah, I just am so pleased with how Kringle candles burn. They're a favorite of mine for a reason. But that is Vintage Pomander. If you ever have a chance to try this, and you don't mind that it's about a 6.5 in a throw, I think you would enjoy it. But love Vintage Pomander. Alrighty, let's move on to the retail wax. I have a few this week. We'll start with a new scent from Sensationals that I picked out recently. My Walmart is so horrible at carrying the new stuff. It's so hard for me to get a hold of. And when I do get a hold of them, I can never get a complete set of anything, or at least all that I want. I have to pick it up in pieces, and often there are ones that I can't find. I don't understand why they're not all available for shipping. I really don't. I don't get that at all, but those of you who have these full stocked in your Walmart, you are so lucky because I go through, I can't tell you how much to find these things. But this is a new scent called Frosted Sugar Cookie. It may be new. I kind of feel like they've probably done something like this before. But that's from Sensationals. And they often put a little notation inside that tells what genre this scent falls into. Let me go ahead and pull the scent notes since I do have my iPad here. So Frosted Sugar Cookie is very simple. Sugar cookies, cotton candy, and strawberries. That's basically what you get in this. I didn't know it had cotton candy in it, but I get cookies and I get strawberry. I get a very sweet, like there's a huge sweetness about this. It's almost as if it has like pink sugar in it. Yeah, it's got a pretty sweetness about it. I enjoyed it. Not overly strong in my kitchen, but my kitchen, it's kind of hard to give you a good analysis of how a scent does in my kitchen, even though that's where I do most of my retail wax. Because it's kind of a large kitchen. It's a country kitchen. There's a lot of space in it. And I try to keep scents contained to a corner where I can just walk over to that corner and get a good whiff of what I got going on. But I also try to spread it out to the other side too. So it's, you know, scent going everywhere. But I don't have the greatest luck scenting out there. So I usually combine candles with what I have going out there too. So again, I try to keep stuff in the corner so I can go out there, get a whiff, and kind of give it an idea to you guys of what I'm smelling, how strong something is, what I'm thinking. But it's not always easy, but I did enjoy this. I do think I picked up 2, so I'll have another. Again, like I said, not super heavy duty in the thru department, but your mileage may vary because of your area that you decide to warm it in. But these guys, these are super cheap. I mean, like $2.20, something like that. So they're definitely worth giving a try. That's Frosted Sugar Cookie. From Kringle Candle, I warmed through Away in the Manger. And this is a scent that I am currently working on in the candle. I'm almost finished. I won't pull the scent notes because with Kringle, there's always a ton of scent notes. This is just your basically orange pomander scent. This is a beautiful, beautiful orange in here. It's a sweet, juicy, focus on the orange, less on that spiciness. So good, so bright, so citrusy. I kind of wish Kringle would release the same scent with a different label as well, so non-religious people could enjoy it as well. Not that you couldn't, but I know some people are very against picking up stuff that has religious images and stuff like that on it. I love the candle as well. It's doing fantastic. It's a good thrower. I mean, it's not high intensity, but it's a good high medium. So it's a good one, but I did want to add the wax melts to give it a little bit more orange, and I enjoyed it. So that's Way in the Manger. I have a ton of these in my collection because I love that scent. It's one of my favorites from Kringle. From Goose Creek, I warmed through Christmas Magic. I've talked about this before. I've warmed some of these wax melts earlier this season. It's a beautiful, beautiful peppermint scent. Very creamy vanilla peppermint with some amber in it. So yeah, very pretty, unique scent. And it's my favorite from Christmas, or from Goose Creek, especially for Christmas. And this is also a favorite from Goose Creek. This is Winter Splendor. And this one, I won't pull the scent notes on this either, but this one is basically a dupe for, if you're familiar with Bath & Body Works Winter. It smells just like it. The scent notes are totally different than what the scent notes are in the Bath & Body Works type, but trust me, guys, it's very, very, very similar. It's got a beautiful citrus orange scent, and then lots of spices, and then a little bit like of a firewood ember kind of scent. Love it. And then the last piece of retail wax I have here is from Yankee Candle. This is London Christmas Tea. And this one I'll go ahead and pull the notes, although I'm sure it's going to have a ton. Because this one is new to me. This was fairly new, I think, to the Christmas line. Yeah, it's got Christmas decorations on it. Not sure why they decided to release this during Christmas. But I do hope they bring it back and maybe give it a different name. Yeah, it says London Christmas Tea. So yeah, there's a ton of scent notes. So cinnamon, ginger, golden peppercorn, orange zest, black tea, guac, star anise, black pepper, vetiver, and cinnamon woods. I would look at that and be like, I don't know. I love black tea. I love orange zest. Star anise, I usually avoid like the plague. Not crazy about scents that have like black pepper. Not usually. Vetiver is usually a scent I don't love. Cinnamon woods I can get behind. Cinnamon. Ginger I can be touchy with. Golden peppercorn, again, it's not sounding up my alley. But it was a tea scent. It shows a picture of a cup of tea on the front with the orange pomander. So I wanted to try it. I was hoping that that picture meant that's mostly what I was going to get. I think I bought a couple of these. Lord, I can't get it open. Holy cow. Yeah, I really like this. I mainly get that black tea note with that orange zest. I definitely get like an orange pomander vibe. I get spices. Now, this doesn't say clove. It does say star anise. But in this case, that star anise is blending so seamlessly well with those other spices. The pepper type spices. I love this. Not overly strong. So the throw in this was kind of light. I wish it was stronger. I didn't let it sit very long, but, you know, with retail wax, I feel like you really shouldn't have to cure that stuff. It should have been sitting around for a bit. But, yeah, it's under the spice department. Yankee puts a little symbol there that tells you what genre it's in. It is definitely a spicy scent, so if you are not, this is like so hard to open. If you're not into spices, you're not going to love this. But again, like I said, not overly strong, but I loved it. And I would definitely get it again if Yankee brings it back. But, you know, I feel like they often don't bring back these scents. And maybe there's some left on the website that I could pick up more. I'm not sure, but I did enjoy that. If you're into black tea, but like a spicy, citrusy black tea, I think you would enjoy that. All right, guys, let's get into my SCENTSY. I'll go ahead and pull the notes for my SCENTSY because I always like to include the SCENTSY notes, so you have that. And they're usually pretty simple, so those are easier to include in my video. Okay, so I got through 10 bars of SCENTSY this past week. The first bar is Cashmere Leaves. And this has notes of... I apologize, there's probably glare on my glasses, guys. I'm sorry. I've got my chandelier on today. I really should open up my blinds. I don't know why I didn't do that. Falling Leaves, Crisp Apple, and Cashmere Spice. Now, this bar is in my club, and it was kind of on the chopping block because I was thinking, you know, I've got to make room for other things. I've got to cut my club. I have so much stuff in my club right now. No way I'm shipping between $500 to $600 club. Not happening. So I've got to make some big cuts. I like to keep my club around $250, $300. It's a quarterly, so I can handle that, you know, 4 times a year or 3 if I decide to skip one. But it's so nice. It's so nice. The only thing is, it's not overly strong, but I definitely get it. Like, it's definitely a wafting in the air kind of scent. You definitely detect it. You know it's there. It's a beautiful scent. You really get that nice, beautiful, crisp apple. It's a really good apple in this scent. And then you get a little bit of that, what they're calling that cashmere spice. It doesn't really have like a body care element to me. It's more of a spice. And then you get that leaves element. Oh, it's just, it's so good. So I'm probably not going to cut it. I'm so on a struggle bus with my club, guys. I got to do a video soon because, you know, the catalog is about to end this month. And I've got to make some tough decisions. And it's going to be hard. It's not what I'm looking forward to. If you watched my last club edit video, you know I only managed to get rid of 5 cents. So that's not going to cut it. I gotta do better than that. Anyway, this is Cashmere Leaves. Thoroughly enjoy this scent. I do have Hemingway as well, so I was kind of hem-hauling. Maybe I should keep Hemingway and let this go, but I don't think it's going to happen. Especially because fall scents are really my jam. I love fall and winter. They're my favorite. So I'd rather cut some summer bars than the fall-winter bars. So trying to keep that in mind. And the next scent I wormed through was Cherries Jubilee. And this is black cherry, raspberry, and zesty lemon. Yeah, that's pretty much what you get. You get a black cherry. And I'm not always super fond of black cherry scents. Like black cherry Merlot from Bath & Body Works. Like, I do not like that. This one was just okay. Very fruity. You get the black cherry. You get the lemon, and then you get that berry note. So it's okay. I enjoyed it, but it's not club worthy to me. So I will not be clubbing this at the end of this catalog, but I did enjoy it. Like I said, it says Cherries Jubilee. It performed okay. It did a good medium in my bedroom. Faithful Friends. I love the packaging on this. I love Lady and Tramp. It's my favorite Disney movie. And that's because it has a cocker. Lady is a cocker. And you know my heart is, it just lays with Cocker Spaniels. Luscious Berries, Succulent Pear, and Freesia Bloom. Oh, sorry, Freesia Blossom. I really enjoyed this. I don't always love pear scents. I don't always love florals. Most of the time I don't love florals, but I have found that if a floral is mixed with like a bakery or if it's mixed with a nice, strong fruity scent, I do enjoy it. This was really a beautiful scent. It was a lovely pear. You got that berry note. You got the floral. I just really liked it. It was like a light intensity, pleasant perfume. And I can handle scents like that. It did well in my bedroom. Really enjoyed it. I have another bar in my collection. This scent is no longer available from SCENTSY, but if it was, I would get more. So that's Faithful Friends. Hope they bring it back. I haven't seen this in a while. Speaking of club edits, I think this one's going to get the boot. And it's not because I don't enjoy it. I mean, let's face it. We put scents in our club because we enjoy them. But I'm not overly like gung-ho about cider scents. I like them, but I really like the fact that this also had a tree note, and I do enjoy the scent. But I started thinking I have a brick and a half still left. I'm actually working on a brick now. I finished up this bar. It's a decent performer as far as scent throw. It does a good medium wherever I warm it, but it doesn't last an overly long time. It definitely does not take me into the next day. It's the same case with the brick. And I decided to do the bar because I keep hearing that sometimes the bars are stronger. So I decided to do the bar. But I got the same scent throw intensity. I got the same longevity out of the bar that I did the brick. So I've decided I have enough of this and I'm going to pull it from my club. But this is Holly Jolly Cider. And this has scent notes of warm apple cider, cinnamon stick, and a whiff of evergreen. Yeah, it's a really good cider scent. And it does have that tree note. But SCENTSY does release cider scents all the time. And I just think there'll be something else that I can enjoy. And maybe not club that as well, but I can still enjoy it. Like I said, I really enjoy the fact that this has that tree note. But I have tree scents in my club. Things can always be mixed if need be. And like I said, I have the brick and a half of wax, and that'll last me for a while. So yeah, I mean, even when I finish this up, I'll still have that brick for next year. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to definitely go ahead and pull this one from my club. So that's Holly Jolly Cider. Meet at the Mistletoe. So this is scent notes of mistletoe, subtle cherry, and cool forest. So I feel like I haven't heard a lot of good stuff about this one, but I actually enjoyed this. So I didn't have high expectations, but, and I definitely didn't put it in my club. Not that I really think it's clubbable, but I did enjoy it. You really get a nice berry note. I didn't know there was cherry in this. I thought it was more berry, but maybe it's a mixture of berry and cherry. And then you get like that tree kind of reef kind of note. I enjoyed it. Yeah, if I found it in a flash sale, I would pick up more. I believe it was a scent of the month, so who knows? Anytime now we may see it show up. I don't think it's sold out, so that's Meet at the Mistletoe. I would definitely pick up more. Next, I warmed Red Delicious. And this one is in my club. This is just juicy apples. Oh, it's so good. I pondered about taking this one out because we do have Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed has a little bit of pear in it too, but I do enjoy the scent. It's more apple to me than anything. But this is just pure, sweet, juicy apples. Definitely smell like red. I wouldn't go as far as saying it smells like a Macintosh because it's not overly sweet apple, but it is a sweet apple. Like if that makes any sense. It's not overly sweet. It's just a good apple blend. It performs well. It does its thing wherever I warm it. And so I think it's going to stay in my club. I think. So that's Red Delicious. If you have this one in your club or you warmed this and really loved it, let me know your thoughts. Or even if you didn't love it, let me know your thoughts. Trying to make some decisions, guys. Speaking of decisions, this one was one that I put in my club at the end of every fall winter catalog when it goes away. And I think something else has replaced it. In fact, it's coming out right behind it. So I think I'm not going to club this one. So it'll be one less that I have put in my club. And I have a lot that I want to put in my club from the fall winter catalog. So I'm in such big trouble. Anyway, this is Scary Good. And this is notes of pumpkin puree, fresh cinnamon, toasted butterscotch, and creamy vanilla. Yeah, this is like your pumpkin spice kind of scent. I don't get a ton of sweetness from like that butterscotch. I just mainly get like I do get like what's a pumpkin puree. It's kind of like the filling inside of a pumpkin pie. It's such an enjoyable scent and I really do like it. But like I said, I think something else has taken my heart. So I think I'm not going to club this one. I hope it comes back. Because if it does, I will get more of it. I do enjoy this scent. But, you know, decisions. That's Scary Good. Performance on this, it's good. It's another one that does not last into the second day for me. But it's a good medium. So I can hang with that. Scary Good. All right, guys, so this is the one, Spooky But Sweet. Yeah, this was a scent of the month, 2024, and I love this. It's a pinch of nutmeg, smoked maple syrup. I would have never thought I'd like that note, and caramelized vanilla sugar. In the clam, I don't overly love it. But in my warmers, oh, it's divine. It's the most decadent, rich dessert. Very pumpkin-y, very sweet. It smells like it has honey in it. It smells like it has a little bit of spice to it. Everyone has been saying all season long, and I agree, that it smells like a mixture of Gimme Candy, which is a very sweet, honey-like candy corn scent, and that Scary Good, which is your pumpkin spice. And it does smell that way. I will tell you, Gimme Candy is still going to go into my club. I knew I was not going to keep all three. So either this one was going to go or Scary Good was going to go. But I warmed this again recently. And I just love it. So I'm sticking with this. Spooky But Sweet. That one's a better performer. Which is also the reason I made the decision. That one took me into the second day, no problem. And it was a very strong performer. It was stronger than Scary Good. So that's why it won out. And then I have Vanilla Suede. This was in my February melting basket. This is vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and spice. This one's okay. These kind of scents aren't really my thing. I do like that sandalwood note in there. And I like that vanilla, of course. I'm a big vanilla lover. But this one, I can't get a very good reading on. I had it going on in my kitchen, and then I did some of it in my bathroom. And it's very light. And I feel like I've heard a lot of people say they love this scent. So do you get better performance out of this? Because I could barely detect it. And so maybe my bar is just too old. I'm pretty sure I got this in a flash sale. I did not pick this up when it was available through SCENTSY. So could be my bar is just too aged. It wasn't like super juicy or anything like that. A little bit, but not much. It smelled fine in the packaging. I can smell it in this packaging fine. But it was just light. So I would not pick that up again, but, you know, it's my scent preference and the performance that would make me decide that. Miss Jersey. Okay, and the last scent I have here is actually not an empty. I just didn't want any more of it. I don't hate it, but it's just not my scent vibe. I actually don't have this in my app for some reason. I don't know why, but I remember that the scent notes are kind of weird. It's like described as like a spicy, outdoorsy fragrance, like a breeze in the storm. Something like that. So that's Thunderstorm. This is part of the current Bring Back My Bar, which last time I checked was still available into this month. I know I reported that it was going away. I actually forgot to report it and then stuck it on the end of my SCENTSY's coming and going video. And then, haha, lo and behold, should have just left it out like I knew all along because it's still around. So, Get those bars in your club if you can. I know banana nut bread was not showing as clubbable, and I don't know why that would be. I don't know if that's been fixed, if it was an issue, or if SCENTSY decided, no, you can't club it. I don't know what the deal was, but it was showing as not being clubbable. But other sold out bars were, so I don't know what the problem was. But sold out shouldn't stop you from clubbing it. So I don't know what the deal was. But anyway, Thunderstorm. This I talked about on cold. It's just a very floral scent to me. It smells to me like wet, white floral petals. To me, it smells like a white floral, kind of like a gardenia or something in that neighborhood. It's pretty. It's a pretty scent, and I could totally see doing this in the spring and enjoying it, but it's just not my vibe, so I'm probably going to de-stash the rest of it. You can see I used 2 cubes of it. I used it in a small bedroom, and it did well. Just 1 warmer, 2 cubes and 1 warmer, and it was the Verb warmer that I used. It did very well, so good performer. And I know it's very popular, but it's just surprising me sometimes when florals are so popular, but I guess they are. And I'm just out of the norm. But yeah, that was my last SCENTSY bar. Let's get into my vendor wax. So we'll get started on the few here that I just have 1 of, or maybe even 2. So I warmed through a sample of Traverse City Wax Company's Fruity Pebble Marshmallow Bars. It's just a small little sample. I warmed this in a hot plate. That does very well in my small bedroom, what used to be my daughter's room. This was light. I have had this scent before. I think I picked it up in one of her like brittles. I forget what she calls them, extra large breakaway bars, something like that. And it did okay. It was a little light in my open space. It did okay, but this sample was really light. I did enjoy the scent. It's just like your kind of like Fruity Pebble scent, but I don't need any more of that. Knowles Farm Scents, I warmed through Beachcomber's Bounty. This was a sample from Travis. So this is coconut water, papaya, starfruit, lemon, and coconut cream. I have this going on in that same bedroom right now. There was 2 chunk pieces. I put 1 in that same warmer I was just talking about, and another in another hot plate. This is a really nice scent. Very spring floral, but yet beachy with that coconut. And that's another way I can get behind a floral is add coconut to it. I like this. If he offered this in a brittle, I would definitely pick it up. I would definitely pick that up for to enjoy during the warmer months. So, Beachcomber's Bounty. So thankful he included that sample because I enjoyed that. From Dustin's Homespun Scents, I warmed through Big Sale. And this was in one of her snap away bars. I think she calls them breakaway bars. This is apple crumble, oatmeal cookies, cinnamon rolls, and sugar cookies. Oh man, Dessa's order is coming right along. If you're part of her Facebook group, she has been posting photos. Her wax is so pretty. Yeah, this one here was okay. It was a little on the light side. I did get that, you know, apple crumble. It was a lighter intensity apple. It wasn't like super strong. The oatmeal cookies was nice. It wasn't too spicy. You got that cinnamon roll. And then the sugar cookies just sweetened and blended and vanillized everything up. It was nice. It was enjoyable, but it's not one that I feel like I need again. Although I might try it in a tile I might try it in a tile in her new formula because it may throw better. So that one was just a little light for my liking. From Southbound, I got through 2 samples. One was Loads of Laundry. And this was Lily of the Valley, Violet, Lavender, Gardenia, and Amber Snuggle Fabric Softener type. Okay, so it's supposed to smell like Snuggle. It's been a long time since I smelled that. I don't know if it's true to form, but I really like this. I really did. It was a really nice laundry scent. I did not detect that there was a lot of floral in there. It just smelled more laundry to me, more clean, fresh than anything. But it wasn't harsh. It wasn't high intensity. It was beautiful. I totally picked that up and I would enjoy that. Like I like laundry kind of like in the spring months when you want everything to kind of smell fresh and clean. And then I warmed through Citrus Summer. And this is orange, clementine, apple, red currant, caramel, warm musk, and amber. This one was light, which is not usual when I get a Southbound sample. But yeah, this one was light. A little perfumey, definitely a little musky. You get the fruits, but I feel like it leans more perfume than it does fruity. This is just not one that I would get again, but that's Citrus Summer. From Glitterati, I warmed through a sample of Warm Nights. This is Beach Nights, Warm Vanilla Sugar, Vanilla Lace, and Let 'Em Eat Cake. This was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If you love Beach Nights, or you like those perfumey notes of Let Them Eat Cake or Vanilla Lace or anything like that, this was beautiful. The Beach Nights just really brought all those other notes out. All perfumey notes, all body care notes. But yeah, I loved it. This was just a sample that Janine included in my order. If she offers it, I would definitely get that. A little on the lighter side. I wish it was a little stronger, but I would definitely try it again. Maybe let it sit a little longer. And then I did her infamous Lou's Bakery. This seems to be, you know, every vendor seems to have at least one scent that's very popular with that vendor. And this seems to be hers. So this is golden pastry, fresh dough, vanilla, sugar, cookies, and butter. I did this in my crock. Actually, I did this under a candle lamp, in a candle jar, under a candle lamp in my puzzle room, which is my smallest bedroom upstairs. Yeah, I keep calling that small bedroom, which was my daughter's, a small bedroom, but I honestly should just call it a medium bedroom because compared to what a lot of small bedrooms look like in houses these days, it's really not that small. It's not large by any means, but it's more like a medium, average size bedroom. But this is not my favorite. I know, it's so popular. I don't know what's wrong with me, but this one is just a little too buttery biscuit smelling to me, and I'm just not huge on buttery biscuits. In real life, I love smells like that, but in wax, it's just not my thing. So I would not pick it up again, but I have had her Lou's Bakery in blends and enjoyed it. So it won't scare me from getting it in blends, but on its own, I won't need it. I really like this one. This is Salt Mountain Melt, and this is Strawberry Snowfall. This was in a souffle. This is Juicy Strawberry, Sweet Snow, and White Woods. I don't know what Sweet Snow is, but it's not pepperminty or anything like that. It just came across to me as a sweet, juicy body care strawberry with a little bit of a woodsy vibe. It was beautiful. It performed well. I did it in my open space, the whole souffle. It lasted a long time. Like, it went throughout the day, no problem. I would definitely get that again. So, Strawberry Snowfall. It was beautiful too. Beautiful pink wax. Just love that. From Rainbow Melts, I warmed through Fluffy Peppermint Snow. This was a cute snowflake. I did it in my candle crock in my daughter's old bedroom. This is Vanilla Snowflake, which is a Bath & Body Works type. Fluffy Marshmallow and Peppermint. I really like this. This was nice. Oh, yeah. Her Vanilla Snowflake it's right on. It's good. And that peppermint, so creamy. Yeah, this is one I would definitely purchase again. I really enjoyed that. Kind of wish I had done that in my bedroom to enjoy it in every moment instead of just walking in and out. But yeah, that was good. Fluffy Peppermint Snow. I think I might have one more of these in my collection. Thank goodness. From Super Tarts, Nostalgia. Yep, I finally got through it after waiting and waiting. So this is Cotton Candy, Cactus, Jaws, which is her popular blend. Sandalwood, Christmas Tree. This smelled so good on cold. It smelled equally as good on warm. On cold, I get a lot of the Jaws. On warm, I did too. It was kind of hard to detect the other notes, but there was definitely something else in there. But this one wasn't overly strong. I thought it was going to be stronger because Jaws will knock you the hell out. It is so strong. It's so good. So I think I have one more in my collection, but it's not one like I feel like I need to actively look out for. I think it would just go straight up Jaws instead, but I did enjoy it. So that's Nostalgia. From Teddy Bees, I did Pacific Northwest Winter. This is fresh snow, pine sap, fresh mistletoe, vanilla balsam, the slight hint of cranberries, and the burning fireplaces off in the distance. That is a lot. This is a really pretty scent. Very quintessential holiday winter type scent. Yeah, on cold, I love how this smells so much. I love scents like this. They're kind of woodsy. They give that cozy vibe. It's such a winter scent. Sorry, I think I have Jersey's hair on my lip. I was playing with her a lot earlier, and when you get playing with her, she sheds like a banshee, and man, hair was everywhere. I got a vacuum. I vacuumed just recently to get up some of her hair. It was hanging around, but I saw some lurking this morning, so I got to vacuum again. Never ending story with her. It's so funny. I just figured all Spaniels were created equal. My Cocker does not shed that much. I mean, he goes through moments where he does, but not all the time. She, oh my God, she just walks by and hair just flies. It's nuts. On warm, this was not overly strong. I could smell it. It was in the air. It was definitely detectable, but I wanted more. I like my scent strong. Not, make you sick strong, but I want them strong. I had it going in 2 tea lights. I had it going in hot plates. I always put my Teddy Bees in my hotter warmers because even though SCENTSY warmers will warm it just fine, although I do use some of it in my Accord. But even though SCENTSY will warm her wax just fine because it's nice and soft, I get better performance. Although, again, unless it's like a SCENTSY ceramic warmer, which will also do well. Like I said, not overly strong. So I do think I have one more in my collection. I think I'll do the other one in my bedroom, but I won't get around to that until next year. I just hope I remember to do that and don't try it in my open space again. This just, to me, in my experience, was just not an open space, at least in my open space with the open-ended staircases, especially the very wide open one in front of me. It just wasn't a good candidate for that. From Zape, I warmed through a scent shot. This was from her peppermint sampler. This is Dirty Girl Scout. And this is peppermint espresso, whipped cream, and chocolate fudge. You guys, we'll go from one extreme to the other. The Teddy Bees was kind of light, let's face it. This was knock your ass out the house strong. I put this little scent shot. I put this in a candle jar, and I stuck it under my candle lamp in my puzzle room. So my puzzle room right now just has my candle lamp, and I think I have a mini warmer in there as well, the one that plug into the wall from SCENTSY. But I put this in a candle jar under my candle lamp in my puzzle room. I have the door crack, which is usually how I test my scents, get an idea if I like them or not. I keep the door cracked so most of the scent stays in the door. But I like to keep the door cracked because I want to get a feel if it can travel outside that door. Most often, they don't. This one. I was in my kitchen. I had my Away in the Manger from Kringle going. I had my Away in the Manger wax melts from Kringle going as well. So my candle and my wax melts. I might have had something else. I was like, what the hell? I smell chocolate orange. This sucker came all the way out of my puzzle room, which is at the far end of my hall upstairs. Out that little crack that was open from the door. Down the hall, over the staircase, and my stairs wrap around. Like, they go this way, and then they go this way. So it had to come down, and then over, down, into my kitchen. I could smell it. Like, this little bit of wax, so strong. What I get from this is exactly what it says. I get the peppermint. The peppermint is a lighter peppermint. It was not the star here. I got a lot of the coffee and a lot of the chocolate. You have to like chocolate. I got that chocolate fudge the strongest, but I also picked up the coffee. So it was like a chocolate coffee scent foremost. And then you got a little bit of that peppermint. So you could detect that peppermint. It was a great scent. I think I have this in a clam. So I'm glad I did this scent shot first because I'm going to realize that I'm going to need only 2 cubes of that in my open space. I'm not going to need to do the whole clam like I usually do. But if you like scents like this, she's a powerhouse. Powerhouse. Dirty Girl Scout. This may still be on Zape's website. I know she did some markdowns of her Christmas wax, so I'm not sure. But I thought the peppermint sampler was still there when I picked up a few Valentine scents. Not many, but a couple. And I think they were just delivered, but I haven't went to go pick them up yet. Also from Zape, I warmed through Ginger Nog. This was a shape that I got in like a mystery shape bag or something like that. This is creamy eggnog, gingerbread cookies, and vanilla frosting. This one was not overly strong. Yeah, and I did not overly love the gingerbread note in that. So that one I would not get again. Oh, this one. This one is a repeat purchase. This is Happy Camper, also from Save. So this is toasted marshmallow and crunchy waffle cone. So simple, but sometimes the simplest of blends are the best ones. This is so divine. I did this in my bedroom. It was 2 like rectangular piece shapes. I cut it into 6 pieces, 6 warmers. It went on for 3 nights. Now, I turn my warmers on about 5 o'clock at night. And then I let them go, depending on how late I'm up. It could be on for, it's always on at least 5, 6 hours. But it could be on 7, 8, depending. 3 nights. 3 nights I enjoy this. You would think a marshmallow scent would not be this strong, but it just performs so gloriously. I love it. Like I said, it's a repurchase. I have 2 more in my collection. It's not enough. It's just such a good scent. Such a good scent. So that's Happy Camper. Such a good ooey gooey marshmallow scent. And then I did Days of Christmas. And I did this in my open space. This was like a large, I think a sleigh shape or something. So this is sweet pear, crisp apple, spiced orange, and vanilla creme. I really enjoyed this. This was a nice pear scent. Oh yeah, her pear is really good. It's very juicy and succulent. Yeah, I really like her pear. You pick up the apple as well. So it's a very nice mixture of pear and apple. I don't get a lot of spice from this. It says spiced orange. I get a little bit of the fruitiness from the orange, but mainly it's an apple pear scent. And I really enjoyed it. It had a little bit of that vanilla that kind of toned down the fruitiness, but I enjoyed it. I would pick it up again. That's Days of Christmas. I do think I have one more in my collection. From Britta's, I warmed through Beach Nights, Espresso, and Toasted Marshmallow. I think this was from her Beach Night sampler, so it doesn't have a name. This was poured back in May of 2024. This was fantastic. Another fantastic performer. 3 nights. And it still had smell when I removed it. I just was ready to move to another scent. Not that I wasn't loving it. But her Beach Nights is really, really good. It's really strong. You picked up the coffee note. You picked up the marshmallow. It just made the Beach Nights even more ooey gooey and beautiful. Her coffee blends are really, really good. I don't know that Britta gets enough credit for her coffee blends, but they are outstanding. Everyone I've tried has been amazing. This is something I would pick up again if she offered it. I think she's thinking about doing a coffee sampler in her pre-order that will be coming up next week. But by the time this video comes up, it'll be too late. It will probably already be done. But yeah, I'm trying to catch up on my empties and not doing a great job of it as usual. I'm trying to lower how many videos I do so I'm a little bit more caught up. And as my hauls have lessened or gotten much smaller, the videos are fewer and far in between anyway. But love that. So I would definitely get that again. And then we have Graham's. This was so good. I was in a souffle. And this is orange chiffon cake, strawberry shortcake, and marshmallow bomb. Oh man, guys, this was heavenly. It was just like a super yummy orange pound cake. And then you got that strawberry shortcake just boom, hitting it halfway. And then that marshmallow bomb with all kinds of marshmallow, just sweeten it up. I really like this. I have a couple more in my collection because I had a feeling I would like it because I love Orange Bakery. I will say the Orange Bakery is the strongest note, but you get a lot of that strawberry shortcake too. So if that sounds like your vibe, I would pick that up. From Swanky, I got a few from Swanky. I've been working on my Swanky. So I did a sample that she recently sent in an order. This is Warm Vanilla Woods. It's just a small little shape. I did it in my smaller bedroom, medium bedroom. I did it in my medium bedroom. I got to get used to saying that. Did a medium bedroom with a hot plate warmer. This was beautiful. It's just that. It's like a vanilla. I don't know what the actual notes are. Warm vanilla woods. I'm guessing it's probably like warm vanilla sugar, and it doesn't really smell like iced vanilla woods, but maybe. It does kind of smell like warm vanilla sugar. So I don't know if that's right, but now that I think about it, it kind of smells like that. But this was beautiful. It was vanilla and woodsy. That's what it was. And I loved it. Very kind of seductive. Very nice. Pretty bedroom scent. I also did Bora Bora Pink Lemonade. And this was okay. This one was a little on the lighter side. I had a lot of wax. It was big chunks of wax, but I don't know. I don't know how old it was. I think I got this in a D-stash, so I'm not sure how old it was, but it was a little on the light side. So I'm not sure I would pick that up again. I kind of expected it to be like a sweet pink lemonade floral, but I didn't get a lot from it. And then I warmed through, this is, I think, a popular blend of hers. This is Cherry Chapstick. This was a big chunk of wax too, and I warmed this in a crock, and it was good. But this really does smell like some cherry chapstick. And I have a chapstick addiction. Like, I always have chapstick near me, and now that I've talked about it, I gotta put it on. I have chapstick everywhere. It's all over my house. It's all over my office. It's in my car. It's in my purse. It's everywhere. I have a chapstick addiction. I always have it on. But cherry chapstick is not my thing. I avoid it. I don't like it. So this one wasn't my favorite. But I do feel like it's a popular one. So if that intrigues you, it was a good performer. It did well in my medium bedroom. Oh, this was beautiful. This is Strawberry Blush. This was such a beautiful heart shape. There was like 2 of them with roses imprinted into it. And then there were 2 smaller hearts. So this is Strawberries, Noel, Pink Sugar, and Marshmallow. Oh my gosh. I did this in my open space. It was stunning. Stunning. Beautiful. You really got that pink sugar. Oh my gosh. And then you got like that fresh strawberry note. I absolutely loved it. I would definitely pick that up again. All right, moving on to scoopable wax melts. Now macaron wax melts. I finished up a scent shop of Buddy Banana 3 cakes. And this is yellow cake, birthday cake, bunny banana, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. Yeah, this is really good. It's a scent that I really enjoy. I love Banana Bakery, so that's a no-brainer. I love their 3 cakes, which is this, and that was good. Then I finished up 2 scoops from Scoopables, which she is no longer selling. She did just hold a really good sale on these where she marked them down half off. I don't know if anything's left. I feel like everything was picked over. I actually went in to pick up this scent that wasn't available in the scoop, but she did have it in the mini loaf. She also marked those down half off, but it was gone, so I couldn't get it. This is By the Fire. This was a fantastic performer. So this is Bonfire, Palo Santo, and Beach Nights. Oh, man. It was beautiful. Very strong. Very cozy and warm scent. That Palo was just righteous. So smooth. Creamy. Just like a deluxe scent. I just really, really loved it. It had great longevity. I turned the warmers off at night. It was my last warmer of the night. I turned them off. Turned them on next day. It was equally as strong. Went on for hours. I got 2 warms out of this. I enjoyed it so much. I'm so sad I wasn't able to get my hands on it, but hopefully she'll pour it again. So that's By the Fire. Highly recommend. If you like Palo Beach Night scents, highly recommend. And then I warmed through Eggnog Brickle Ice Cream. Oh, this one was lighter. This one could not hold its own in my open space. I could smell it a little, but it was very light. So I finished it in my bedroom, and it did much better in my bedroom. So this is a smaller space scent. So this is Eggnog, Butter Brickle, and Ice Cream Scoop Bread. Yeah, Kathy's and Rose Girls Eggnog, I really like. It's sweet. It's like a tinge of sweet, but it also has that like nutmeggy vibe to it. It's not boozy, very creamy. And I like it. And I really like that Butter Brickle oil. I'm finding that I really do like that oil. It's very kind of like sweet caramelish, but not in a bad way. Not cloying. It's just, it's so good. I enjoyed this. I don't know that I would pick it up again because it was a lighter scent that I wanted to enjoy down here. But it's a good one. So that sounds up your alley. You might like it. Eggnog Brickle Ice Cream. This is going in my puzzle room this morning. This is Mango Sorbet. And this was in one of her rose shapes. This is Tropical Sweet Ripe Mangoes. I'm not a huge mango fan, but this is actually pretty nice. It's kind of light on the mango. Not an overly strong scent. Not something I would pick up, but I think Kathy included this in one of my orders. So I enjoyed it, and I've got it still going on. I'm not going to take it out. I enjoy it. But mango just isn't overly my thing. I do tend to like it sometimes if it's mixed with coconut, but that's Mango Sorbet. I warmed through a sample of Blackberry Mocha Wackadoodle. This is Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies, Vanilla Hazelnut Mocha, and Wackadoodle. I don't know if I remember much about this one. Yeah, I don't even remember where I warmed it. I want to say I did this in my puzzle room too. It just smells like a nice cookie scent. You definitely get that Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies, but it kind of smells light in the bag. So I'm guessing that's probably why I don't remember a ton about it. It probably was a light performer. Strawberry Cupcake. Also a sample. This is a cupcake and strawberry frosting. It's a good strawberry scent, but not my favorite when it comes to strawberry scents. I just didn't overly love this one, so I wouldn't pick that up again. It's a strawberry cupcake, but it performed well. It was just a small sample. You could smell it, and it went on for hours. Cookie Wars. This is a favorite cookie scent of mine. I've talked before about how Rose Girls and Scuba Wax smells like. They own the cookie world, let me tell you. Sugar cookie dough, cream cheese frosting, waffle cone, monster cookie, and royal sugar cookies. Like, their cookie scents are like no other. I especially love Cookie Wars. I think I love it even a little bit more when it's mixed with 3 cakes, but this is a really good cookie scent. So, if that sounds good to you, I would recommend trying it. Lemon Biscotti Noel. This was a rose scent, or a rose shape. This was good. Yeah, really nice lemon bakery. I really liked what the Vanilla Bean Noel did to that. It toned down that lemon a little bit and made it a little less harsh. It made it more bakery-like, and I really like that. Strawberry Musk. This one had been in my collection for a little bit. I picked it up in a D-stash in March, so I don't know how old it was before that. So at least almost a year old, but probably older than that. So this is heady, sweet, rich, and irresistible. Even avowed muscaters love this fragrance. This was pretty, but it was also pretty light. So don't think I would get that again. Strawberry Musk. Pink Beach Nights type. I did this in my bedroom last night, and it'll be going back on again tonight because I have a feeling it's going to keep on going because it was nice and strong. This is Pink Sugar and Beach Nights. Plain and simple. And again, another great scent. I think Kathy has a really nice Beach Nights. Her Pink Sugar. So pretty. So pretty. It's just sweet and pretty and candy-like. And I just love it with that Beach Nights. That ooey gooey marshmallow, sea salty air, toasty goodness. Just really like that. That was a snap bar. Cinnamon glazed oranges. This was in her pretty snowflake shape. I love that she did those this year, and they were like two-tone, gorgeous. The simple elegance of zestful slices of cool oranges drizzled with a warm, savory cinnamon glaze. I love this scent. Oh my gosh. This is like 90% sweet, juicy oranges, and then 10% of that warm cinnamon glaze. I love it. This is one that I'll always have in my collection as long as she offers it. If you love orange scents with just a tad touch of spice, I think that would be up your alley. This one is not a super strong thrower, but it throws enough that I can enjoy it. So I did. From the Pharmacist's Daughter, we have 13. I believe this is from her Taylor Swift pre-order from last year. This is a year old, 224. Pink frosted cake, strawberries, and birthday cake. This performed well, and I actually have this scent in like a birthday cake shape. That reminds me I need to get into warming that. This was nice, just not my favorite strawberry scent, so I don't feel like I need it again, but very strong on the cake and the strawberry for sure. Also warmed through Yule Log. This was like an ornament shape, and this is probably one of the first pieces of wax from my first order I had ordered from the Pharmacist's Daughter. This is lavender, tea and cakes, and toasted marshmallow. You guys know I'm not big on lavender, but I enjoy this because that tea and cake notes, believe it or not, is actually stronger than the lavender in this. So they really blended this well because I feel like lavender tends to take over a blend. And it's there. Don't get me wrong. It's there and you do detect it. You smell it. And it's more like your floral type of lavender. Like a little herbal. But I enjoyed it. I really love that tea and cake snare. So I would definitely pick up other tea and cakes blends from them. It was a good performer, and it lasted for hours and hours in my crock in my medium bedroom. Peppermint cakes. This is peppermint vanilla ice cream, vanilla cupcake, and buttercream frosting. This was good. Very enjoyable. I did it in my open space. A mixture of tea lights and hot plates. It performed a good medium. It wasn't an overbearing peppermint. So if you like peppermint, but not over strong nasal clearing peppermint, I think you'll enjoy this. This was a good one. The bakery was a nice touch to it, and I enjoyed it. And then I did Stay, which I also believe was part of her Taylor Swift pre-order last year. This was a cute heart shape that I had in my February melting basket. This is berry vanilla and sugared waffle cone. I have a hard time picking up waffle cone in scents. I didn't really get waffle cone. I got mainly that berry vanilla. It smelled to me kind of like a raspberries and cream kind of scent. I don't know if that's actually what it is, but that's how it came across to my nose. It was a good performer. I did this in, I think I did this in the candle jar under my candle lamp in my puzzle room. And it went on all day. It lasted pretty much way past half the day. It was a good performer. It's just not my favorite. So I liked it. I liked it and I enjoyed it. It's just, you know, it's some scents, you know, we can't have them all and it just doesn't make sense that we buy them all again. So some I have to decide, you know what, I liked it, but there are things I like more that I should spend my money on. So from Second and Spruce, I warmed through Birchwood Pine, which is a nest type. And this is Pine, Balsam, and Birchwood. I have the candle down in my TV stand, and I was comparing them, and this smells just like that candle. This was a boomer. I did half the clam. I just had a feeling I should not do this whole clam. And I am so glad I had that feeling, because 3 cubes in my open space boomed. And this is old. This is December 4th of 2023. It was so good. If you're familiar with Nest's Birchwood Pine, it smells just like it. It is a beautiful woodsy tree scent. Super strong. A good mixer to mix with other things, but it was just pretty on its own. Loved it. I would definitely get it again. So, Birchwood Pine. And you don't have to deal with all the sooting issues of the Nest candle. So, there you go. Also from Second and Spruce, I did Roasty Toasty Eggnog. This was in a mini loaf. And this was poured August of 2024. Toasted mallow, roasted pine cones, cinnamon sugar, and eggnog. This one was not overly strong. I did the first half of the mini loaf in my open space. I could detect it in the air. It definitely was wafting a little, but it was light. So I took the other half up to my bedroom. It performed better, but honestly, the performance was almost comparable to how it did in my open space. So it didn't really matter that I stuck it in a smaller space. I just think it's one of those scents. It's just going to be a little lighter, which is interesting because I thought with the pine cones it would come across a bit strong. And it kind of smelled light in the bag, so I'm not like overly shocked. I like the scent, but I don't think I need more. Roasty Toasty Eggnog. So this one here is going to my space now. I'm finishing up. It's also a mini loaf. I posted about it in the Facebook group yesterday. It's really nice. This is Bing Missing You. And this is glazed cherries, buttercream, sugar cookies, maraschino, and cherry drizzle. I was really curious about the cherry oil from Erica, so I wanted to try this. This is really good. I will say that I go nose blind to this one rather quickly. So that kind of makes me sad because it just smells so good. But I did 2 warms out of this, both in my open space. So, you know, when she starts off, oh, it's so good. It's just cherry deliciousness. It's such a nice cherry oil, not medicinal in the slightest. I just get sweet, fruity cherry deliciousness. It smells just like you have a jar of maraschino cherries that you're going to put on a sundae. And then you pick up those bakery notes. It's phenomenal as a cherry scent. I would definitely pick it up again. I may even put it in my bedroom next time if I get it again and see how it does there. But this is part of her one collection, which is based on Friends. Bing as in Chandler Bing, and Bing as in Bing Cherry. So I really enjoyed this. This was poured March of last year. I would definitely get that again. Love that. All right, let's move on to Lavender and Speckles. I warmed through Donut Shop and Palo and Vanilla Fudge and Butterscotch. This was from a sampler, and I picked this up in a D-stash. This was nice. I enjoyed this. I did this in my bedroom. Yeah. Her Donut Shop and Palo is very nice. It's kind of cinnamony, You get her beautiful Palo. Beth's is probably the top in the business. It's definitely my favorite. You get that cinnamon sugar donut, and you pick up the vanilla fudge in here. I don't get a ton of butterscotch. There is definitely a sweetness to this, but if you are sensitive to butterscotch, I think you would probably still be fine with this because it's not like cloying. It's not like overly, you know, headache inducing. Not going to make you feel nauseous. It's just a beautiful scent. So that's Donut Shop and Palo Vanilla Fudge and Butterscotch. I also did Christmas Carol. This is Orange Cranberry Spice blended with Birchwood Pine. This was a lovely, lovely holiday scent. It performed well. I picked this up November of 2023, so it's over a year old. It performed fantastic. I loved it. Just smells exactly like what it says. You get this beautiful tree scent. It's a very, very forward Christmas tree scent, and you get that orange cranberry spice. It's just, I love scents like that. It's just quintessential holiday to me, and that is one that I will always have as part of my lineup because it's just such a good one. So that's Christmas Carol. Elderberry French Toast. This one is all the sweet berries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries blended with buttercream, French toast, and a hint of donut glaze. French toast isn't always my favorite when it comes to wax. I get a lot of the berry notes in this, and I really do enjoy those berry notes. I feel like I get that blueberry the strongest. Her blueberry is just so good. But I do pick up like a dark berry, so probably that blackberry. I'm not sure that I can say I smell strawberry. I definitely pick up blueberry for sure, and I think what I'm picking up as well is that blackberry. I pick up the bakery notes. It almost smells like it has a powdery sugar in it, but there's no powdery sugar. It does say donut glaze, so maybe I'm getting it mixed up with that and the buttercream. This was enjoyable. It was very strong. It did not last an overly long time. I think this went on about, it was at least 4 hours, so that's pretty good. I mean, if vendor wax lasts that long, I'm pretty good with that. And I gotta tell you guys, my recent vendor wax has been lasting longer and longer. It's insane how long it's been lasting. So these vendors are doing their thing. They are at it making their wax even better. So yeah, but I just don't feel like I need this one again. But it was very enjoyable. The berry note was so good. At the Berry French Toast. And then this is a favorite from Lavender Speckles. I actually finished this off this morning before changing it out just probably about an hour ago. And then I warmed it last night as well. This is Pine Cones and Beach Marshmallow. I've talked about this before. This is a favorite blend from L&S. Roasted pine cones, vanilla birch, marshmallows, vanilla sea salt, driftwood, a hemp s'mores, which is Beach Nights. Her Beach Nights in this is so strong and so terrific. You guys, it's just so ooey gooey creamy. That Beach Nights in here is so beautiful. It's so strong. And then you get the sweet earthiness of the pine cones. It's a favorite for a reason. I just love it so much. These notes go together so seamlessly well. I will always have that in my lineup. So good and such a great performer. And this will go on. This will last longer than a day. No problem. That's like unheard of in vendor wax, but oh, it will. All right, L3 Waxy Wonders. Let's see what we got through. We have candy cane, strawberry jam, vanilla bean cupcakes. That was in a single bunt. So I'm guessing it was probably, I think it was part of her candy cane sampler, bunt sampler that I picked up last year. This was okay, nothing extraordinary. You pick up the strawberry jam, you pick up the candy cane. Don't think I need it again, but it did its thing. Wasn't overly strong, but it did fine. Then this was a gingerbread house. This is orange, cinnamon, sugared spruce, and sweet cream. This is from December of 2023. This one I did not love. I don't know what it was about the scent combination. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that sweet cream. I don't think it's the sugared spruce. And obviously I love orange cinnamon, but I don't pick up a lot of orange cinnamon in this. which is interesting because I felt like when I smelled it before I did. So maybe that faded off some, and maybe that was the problem. Maybe some notes faded off and it wasn't smelling quite the same. But I don't think I would pick that one up again. Just did not enjoy that one. Buttermilk Candy Cane, Ice Cream Scoop Bread, and Peeps. This one, what was this in? This was a puppy pack. This was good. I enjoyed this scent a lot. But this one was kind of light. So when did I get this? June of 2024. So I felt like I should have been stronger. I did all the pieces in my open space. So I don't think I would get that one again. But the scent itself, I really liked it. It was a good buttermint scent. When it comes to buttermints, I felt like this was the better L3 scent. This is Frosty's Freeze. This was her 4-pack of tarts. I did 2 tarts at a time, so I got 2 worms out of this bag. I did the first 2 tarts in my open space. It did fine. Not super strong, but it did well enough that I felt comfortable having it in my open space. And then I finished up in my bedroom. This is Buttermints Candy Cane Vanilla Buttercream. Simple again. But yeah, I really like this. This is a really nice buttermint scent. I would definitely get that again. And it was a good performer. Like, I mean, it was a little on the light side, like I said, but it still did its thing. It was a good medium for sure. So that is Frosty's Freeze. I love her fluted tarts. And then we did espresso, gingerbread, eggnog, confetti, cake pop, which is the Bath & Body Works type. This was, what was this? I think, yeah, this was fluted tarts as well. This one was okay. I am finding that I don't overly love coffee oils from L3. I don't know why. I love coffee blends, but most of the coffee blends from L3 I have not loved. So I think I'm going to kind of avoid coffee when it comes to L3, but that's just my nose. That's not to say their coffee is not good. But this just wasn't a favorite. I did half of it in my open space, and then I finished the other half up in one of my bedrooms. And it was okay. It was okay. It just wasn't a numero uno, so to speak. All right, Rose Girls. We did Drinks at the Beach. This was part of her Beach Night sampler. So it was 2 cube chunks. I love her cube chunks. This is Strawberry Daiquiri, Mango Margaritas, and Beach Nights. This was so nice. This is quite summery. Oh yeah, this was a good performer. I had this going in my candle crock in my medium bedroom, and she did her thing. 2 days. 2 days. Outstanding performance. I also did Cardigan. This was a sample from Jenny. It was 4 cubes or chunks. This is apple clove butter, vanilla pumpkin marshmallow, which is Bath & Body Works type. Glazed donuts from your local Quick Trip. I don't have a Quick Trip, but I'm guessing that's a Wisconsin thing. This was nice. I really enjoyed this. I wasn't sure that I would have, so I didn't pick it up when she offered it. But if she offered it again, coming fall, I would pick it up. It was a nice apple butter scent. And I really like that donut note in there as well. But first, coffee. And this is donut holes, cup of cake, brown sugar, and coffee with cream. This was came into my collection January of 2024. This is a good coffee scent. Rose Girls does coffee scents as well. It was a little on the light side though, so I may have let that one sit too long, but it was a nice, creamy, sweet coffee scent, and I like scents like that. So I would pick it up again. I don't think I would let it sit as long. Up on the castle top, this is Berry Creme Brulee and Rice Krispie Treats. I got this in December of 2023. I didn't expect to overly love this because I feel like I've had Rice Krispie Treats in wax before. Don't always love it. This was really good. I really did enjoy this. You really get a nice berry note, and it was really like a nice marshmallowy Rice Krispie treat with like tons of berries mixed in there. I really liked it, and it did its thing, being as old as it was. It performed just fine. I enjoyed it. And then last but not least, we have Harbor James. So I did Palo Sugar Shop. And speaking of good Palo, Mary has a good Palo as well. Palo Santo, Marshmallow Fireside, Cinnamon Sugar Donut, Buttercream, and Sugar Cookie Royale. This was beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So smooth. That Palo, it's just a nice, it's not overly masculine. It has a nice woodsy vibe. It doesn't come across as cologne. This was definitely a bakery, cozy vibe. Palo was a star. I loved every minute of that. I think I have another one in my collection because I loved how it smelled on cold. It is so good on warm. It performed very well in my open space. I did use the whole bag, but that was my plan. Yeah, it did its thing. I would definitely pick this up again. It was poured back in May of 2024. Yeah, definitely on my list to have again. And then from Harper James, I did Snowy Nights. That was in her snap bar. And this is sandalwood, toasted marshmallow, roasted pine cone, and sugar cookie. This was really nice as well. Very nice. This was poured December 2023. Her sandalwood is very good as well. Very, just like her Palo. It's smooth and creamy, a nice woodsy vibe. Not cologne-y, not overly masculine. You got that marshmallow. It just made it so ooey gooey creamy. And then the sweet earthiness of the pine cone. And her sugar cookie oil is just, she uses it in so much, and I totally understand why. It just really makes everything better. I really like this one. This one was good. I would definitely pick that up again. So that was Snowy Nights. All right, let's pick some favorites. I tried to be a little bit more hard on what I picked as my favorites. So there was a lot of ones that I really did enjoy and would repurchase. But I tried to pick my tops. Only my tops. All right. From Salt Mountain Melts, I had to pick Strawberry Snowfall. Oh my gosh. It was so good. I enjoyed every moment of it. It was so pretty. I ended up adding my Strawberry Snowflakes candle to it for background scent. So good. So good. Happy Camper from Zape. Yeah. I know this had to have been picked as a favorite in a prior video because, oh, it's so good. Britta's Beach Nights Espresso and Toasted Marshmallow. The girl can do coffee, guys. She can do coffee. If she does offer a coffee sampler, I hope you picked one up because, you know, by the time this video goes up, it'll be over. Grams from Britta's as well. Woo, I know that orange chiffon oil is new to Britta's. She already has worked her magic with it. I love that. Strawberry Blush from Swanky. It was so beautiful. Again, once this had been going in the warmers for a little bit, I went ahead and added my Strawberry Snowflake candles that I'm working on from Bath & Body Works. So pretty. Pine cones, you know, it's like the perfect February scent, you know, when you're thinking of like love and hearts and sweetness and pink things and red things. And yeah, it's perfect. Lavender and Speckles, this has to be a favorite. It's a known favorite of mine. Pine cones and beach marshmallow. I just explained everything that's so good about that. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. Palo's Sugar Shop from Harper James, a new favorite. Oh my gosh, I just love this. I really love that Snowy Nights too, but if I had to pick one, it would be this one. Yeah, I just, it's so good, guys. I gotta get my nose in there again. It's such a good Palo Bakery blend. Oh my goodness, it's good. Her Palo is right up there. All right, guys. That'll do it for my wax empties for the week. So yeah, I shared my candles, my vendor, my SCENTSY, my little bit of miscellaneous. I hope you enjoyed it all. If you did, I hope you will consider giving me a thumbs up. I hope you will subscribe if you have not already. I would love to have you here in my corner where I talk about all things home fragrance, including candles, vendor wax, SCENTSY. I do lots of SCENTSY. I am a SCENTSY consultant. So yes, I definitely include SCENTSY. And yeah, a little bit of everything, just like I did in this video. So I would love to have you here. And guys, I'm about to go finish up some errands, and I'm gearing up for Super Bowl. My team is in the Super Bowl. They're totally expecting my team to lose, but it's okay. Go Birds, go Eagles. I know people don't like Eagles fans, but I am an Eagles fan. I promise you I'm not as dirty as a lot of them are. Dirty being, you know, mean. But yeah, I love my Birds. I'm from South Jersey, so Philadelphia is considered the home team. So I've loved the Eagles for a long time. I live, breathe, and bleed green. And go Birds. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Your thing is your thing, but this thing right here, yeah, this thing right here, yeah, is a Philly